Hello! And today, we'll be showing OMPL7 Week 3 balanced Hackmons game between TestRex, Marsopa Trump and TestRex of the Money Magirnas, who has yet to play at all during this season, and Jasprose of the Tempered Tyrantrums, who managed to win his first week game but lost last week's game. So, in team preview, you can see who Jasprose, who is on the top side, is running a fairly balanced looking team, and this is Levitate Probopass. He has a standard Stallbreaker Poison Heal Tapu Fini with Scald, Infestation, King Shield, and Stealth Rock. This is really good at getting Stealth Rock up against a lot of stuff. Because even if they have a Magic Bouncer, you just wear them down with Scald and Infestation damage. And then eventually they'll run out of Recovery PP or switch out and you can get Stealth Rock up against them. He has Mega Rayquaza, and this is a Specs Aerolate set, I believe. If I remember rightly. I did work on the team with him, but it has been a while. Here's the Ho-Oh. This is running Ghostium Z. This is to lure in and kill Gengars. I believe that's correct. It's Magic Bounce Ghostium Z to kill Gengars, I'm pretty sure. The reason why it's both Magic Bounce and Ghostium Z is because you don't want to take a judgment on the switch in, and then you have to play 50-50s whether it will Shell Smash or not, so that you don't have, so you can just click the the Z Spectral Thief and it dies, because Spectral Thief, like if you click recover on it and it Shell Smashes, then you take a +2 judgment. You can't really check anything else. And we wanted to use this as a secondary Mega Diancie counter, but I warned Rex that a lot of Mega Diancies are running Diamond Storm, so you want to make sure that you keep Probopass healthy to scout for Diamond Storm coverage. We ran Specs, Refrigerate Mewtwo X with Boom Burst and Focus Blast and Photon Geyser in order to just really hit hard against like Giratinas and things that is an instant OHKO, and also to hit hard against like standard Ho-Oh, which is 2H KO'd by Boom Burst with Specs. And finally Prankster Giratina with Haze, Shore Up, U-Turn, and D-Bond, I believe. Could be Strength Sap instead of D-Bond. On the bottom side, Jasprose is running Diancie plus Rayquaza, which is a very solid offensive core, especially if you can get if he has like a lure for steals, like Precipice Blades on one of those. This could also possibly be Triage Ray, but he doesn't have any real check for it unless that Chansey's Fur Coat. And most likely that's Flash Fire Aegislash so that Diancie can have a check. But who knows? Let's get this game and see how we're looking at after a few turns, after we get these sets scouted. So here's Gyarados on Tapu Fini. Tapu Fini King Shields itself and gets Toxic Orb activated. Giratina is in on the Fini. Infestation's the Giratina. Good. And we see it's running Leftovers. Giratina gets its rocks up, and Tapu Fini scalds it, getting the immediate burn, so that's nice. This negates its Leftovers and has to take more infestation damage. checking the stats on Probopass just because we haven't seen it. He just slashes in on Tapu Fini's skull. Tapu Fini takes doesn't want to take another one of those, so gets out of the way and goes to Giratina. Probopass is in on Giratina. We see it's using leftovers, and I'm pretty sure this is defog. This has defog. It does. And this is bounce Gyarados, so that probably means it's banded. And that takes 9%, so I actually don't know what the damage calc for that. Probably not banded. Probopass is in against Diancie. Takes 35 from Boom Burst. And he shores up, which is good. He needs to keep that Probopass alive while the Diancie and or the Ray is alive. So Gyarados gets back his Ray in on Tapu Fini. And Tapu Fini scouts the move. We see it's Earthquake, showing that it's probably it's Encore Ray. That's weird. He gets Encores the King Shield in, showing it's not even choice locked. And Ray Shell Smashes on the Probopass. That's dangerous. And Jasprose decides to go for the Earthquake, hoping that maybe it's not Levitate, but Levitate's a pretty obvious ability on this mon, so I don't understand why he does that. But he Topsy-Turvies. Encore's a Topsy-Turvy. And so we'll see the final coverage move on this thing. And it's just Clanging Scales, and Probo takes 37. So Ho-Oh takes a easy 16% Clanging Scales. This is actually going to cost. Probopass is actually in danger of being 2-hit KO'd by a Diancie Boom Burst at this health, so he'll have to get it in and heal it up later. Tapu Fini gets U-turned out on by Gyarados, and he brings in Diancie. He King Shields on the Diancie, which goes for a standard Boom Burst. That's a pretty obvious play. Tapu Fini can't survive one of those, but he didn't want to take any extra damage. He didn't have to, so Ho-Oh switches in. And Diamond Storm KOs the Ho-Oh. Didn't really get to do much anything, but he didn't really need it because he didn't have a Gengar. TestRex brings in Ray, and we're running Tough Claws Ray also. That's right. And Probo takes that Dragon Ascent easily, 17%, so it gets to heal up. So this is good. So let's take stock. Lots happened so far. We see that on TestRex's side, keeping that Probopass alive is imperative. He loses hard otherwise. We also he hasn't even committed the Mewtwo X, so that's a wild card for Jasprose. So he'll want to keep his Giratina alive for that. Though unfortunately Giratina is taking burn damage, so Mewtwo can take advantage of that easily. He doesn't really seem to have anything that can switch in to Tough Claws Ray. Giratina can do it sort of if it's running Strength Sap, but if it's not running Strength Sap, it definitely cannot. Diancie can switch into a single Dragon Ascent, but all it can do is force it out, and then we have Probopass, which can easily just regain any momentum lost. So Probopass is actually looking pretty hard for his team to deal with. And his win con is probably Gyarados. If he can deal enough chip damage to that Probopass and force it to heal, and get it out of the way, then he might be in for something. The Diancie also hasn't revealed any fire attack yet, He could be running rocks, so he might want to try and get rocks up if he's running rocks. But TestRex is looking in a really, really dominating position here because he can wall everything on Jasprose's team. Also, he can get up Stealth Rock pretty easily because Jasprose doesn't seem to be running any magic mounts, and his Giratina is slowly taking chip from Burns. So Probopass U-turns out, and he brings in his Ray, which is good, threatening a Dragon Camera hit. So Jasprose gets out of the way, brings in Aegislash on a Dragon Ascent, which takes 51. So this is huge. If this isn't Prankster, this is dead. And Jasprose sacks the Aegislash to get his Diancie in to force this out. That's really all he could do. So here's Diancie. Of course, he brings Probopass in. He also is maybe hoping for a Boom Burst critical hit, because 2 of those could break through him. Ray is in on the Probopass. Now he has to wonder if it's going to Encore. So he brings in Giratina. And Jasprose goes for the Shell Smash, knowing he doesn't want to lose recovery PP on that Proba. Giratina Destiny Bonds on the Ray. Ooh. And Giratina does a nice trade for the Rayquaza. That was a good play for TestRex, getting rid of a serious threat to the team. So Tapu Fini is on Chansey. Chansey has to get out of the way here because of Infestation. He goes for the obligatory Infestation, of course. Tapu Fini takes a 20% knockoff. That shows that it probably is banded. But we'll see, because he might U-turn out, so let's see. Nope, he recovers, so it's not choiced. So he's going to take some PP out of him and hope, and he gets the burn on the Gyarados. So Jasprose's position is going from bad to worse, running out of ways to break through this team. And actually, he might even stay in here because a Stab Scald would hurt, but he doesn't. He switches out to Probo. Probo takes a Boom Burst, 38. So this is just clinical play now. And yeah, Sunsteel Strike does a measly 25. So the full set is Boom Burst, E-Speed, Diamond Storm, and Sunsteel, which is not threatening at all to Rex's team. Probo U-turns out when he did have a free Anchor shot there. I don't know why he didn't go for it. Dance goes for another Diamond Storm and misses. Not like that matters too much. So hopefully he'll go for the Sunsteel or the Sunsteel Strike here. He doesn't. He goes for another Shore Up. He's playing very conservatively because why waste your win conditions? Why when you're winning? There's no reason. He knows that he wins. So why take unnecessary risks? This is good conservative play by Rex. He stalls out a Boom Burst PP. He also could just go for Scald here. I think this is overly conservative, honestly. I know that Fini survives a Pixelate Boom Burst from Diancie. I've done the calc, and I've seen it happen, so he probably wants to try and just guarantee he gets rocks up. He's going to get U-turned on. Back into Fini. Oh, Ray, never mind. This is fine. Ray gets a kill every time it comes in, pretty much. He kills the Giratina with Dragon Hammer because there's no need to predict the Giratina to switch out, because even if he brings in Diancie on that, he has got Probopass to just keep on stalling. Probopass back in to take on this Diancie, and it takes a measly 25 from Sunsteel, so he doesn't even have enough PP to break through the run Probo out of recovery PP. Probopass shores up safely again. This is fine. Diamond Storm taking off a measly 19 U-turn out on Diancie. Diancie being slowly chipped down by these. King Shields on the Feeney as Diancie goes for a Diamond Storm. That's pretty useless here. It brings in Prob Pass again. This is pretty... So we're just going to skip through some of this. Prob Pass gets out of the way. There it is. Mewtwo X is on Gyarados. He's got to be afraid of a close combat here. But he just takes a Pixie Plate Boom Burst. And you can see that that's Pixie Plate because it was super effective on the Gyarados and not very effective, which would be Refrigerate. So he brings... Chansey takes a 70% Boom Burst. We see that's Scarf Chansey because of the 70% Boom Burst damage. That and now Diancie gets a free Scald. He goes for Infestation. Goes for the conservative King Shield again when he could have just easily gone for the Scald. He brings in Probopass because it's reliable. Reliable takes 36% health from Boom Burst. So Jasprose tries to get Chansey in on the Probopass to recover its health. He will get that chance. So I think the correct play was just to Scald with Feeney on the Diancie, and he can't do anything about it really. So here's Feeney. Feeney goes for the rocks. Switches into Diamond Storm, taking 18. That's nothing. Probopass is totally fine. He inverts the defense boost of the Diamond Storm, so funny. Diancie is praying for a miracle. Doesn't get one. Shore up on Probopass, heals it right back up. Running out of options, Extreme Speed taking 24%, and here's U-Turn taking a lot, 13%. So Diancie is on its deathbed and unable to do much of anything at all. He could have ended this a long time ago by clicking Scald. I think this was overly conservative play. But I mean, a critical hit Boom Burst could have opened up this game. So I do see the reason for the conservatism. I don't think he had to be this conservative though, but he's winning and it's really hard for him to lose. So I mean, you can't criticize play too much if the person's winning. So Tapu Fini is back in. Come on, just go for the Scald. Okay, he does. That takes like 60%. He could have done that earlier, but 79% Scald. 79% Boom Burst on the Fini. That's about the calc I remember. Chansey is in. And Chansey, he's got nothing. This set is heavily improved. He'll just Infestation on him and then he's gone. So I'll just skip through these. So by a resounding 6-0. 4-0. 3. Well, is it 3-0? Yeah, it's 3-0. Rex wins this game, and showing the power of Probopass and fellow Rock Steel type Pokemon such as Bastiodon and Stakataka to a lesser extent. But he did a very good job prepping, and he showed that he is no slouch when it comes to playing on the big scene and other metagames Premier League. So It is a good breakout game for Rex, and got another win for Magirnas, and that is that for that game. So see you in the next video.